Hello everyone and now welcome to a game here taking place on Amazonia between Fly and Infi, two of the powerhouses of WarCraft 3. Infi now playing random as Infi is, well, this is Fly spawning as the red orc. Infi is the blue orc over here on the bottom left hand side of the map. Things already getting well underway here. We're looking at, well, Altar of Storms, Orc Burrow, all being established and built. We'll see, are we going to get a barracks? No, barracks there it is there. And are we going to see a barracks there? Yes, we are. So the build orders are pretty much identical at this stage. Still don't know what heroes will be chosen, if it's going to be Blade Master. Well, if they both go Blade Master without a proper observer, he will be difficult to track. Morning, Xanderdorn, I smell shenanigans. Alright, well, Infi has been known to do some strange shenanigan plays. I would have thought if Infi wanted to do some shenanigans, he would have perhaps tried to go for an early Beastmaster. But instead it is going to be a Farseer going up against a Farseer. Yeah, Beastmaster first with Headhunters, while having the Bear, that Misha, in that front line. Very, very powerful. The Farseer, a little bit not, well, definitely not as tanky as the Beastmaster, and those Spirit Wolves are also not as tanky, but they're significantly faster and are able to chase down those units. We're looking at things still being built overall. Second Orc Burrow compared to, well, that Voodoo Lounge early on. It looks like it is going to be, what, 19/20 supply compared to, what, or no, it's going to be 19/30 supply compared to 20/20 for that tech to tier 2. Fingers crossed for mass witch doctors. Mass witch doctors would be a stunning game to watch, as we're looking at the Farseers now making their way out. Spirit Wolves back out onto the field. Are we going to perhaps get a lightning shield? Waiting for, yep, the Farseer. There's that lightning shield. Just going to go ahead and dive on in now. Spirit Wolves going to make their way after those apprentice wizards, as Infi dealing terrible damage across all of these units with only a single grunt. Spirit Wolves already backing away. Oh, is going to be able to back it off. Yes, it does. Trying to continue to finish off all of those units, and it looks as though one more will get taken down, and the lightning shield has come to an end, dealing most of that 400 damage through lightning shield. Spirit Wolves now making their way back off to the north here. Farseer are going to pick up that last item, most likely. Nope, going after that apprentice wizard now. So the Spirit Wolves went after the apprentice wizard. What is going on? Why bring the rogue all the way back here to fight and engage? Meanwhile, the Spirit Wolves are far side, just putting pressure on inside the main base, trying to get some damage onto some of those peons. Back down across over here, Farseer does pick up Claws of Attack +6. The rogue was not actually taken down, as there is a little bit of battling going back and forth. We've seen Infi go for Mass Witch Doctors and Shamans in Orc Mirror once. Yep. That would be interesting to see. A Spirit Wolves now quickly being resummoned out, as damage going to get added back up. All right, Circlet of Nobility compared to Claws of Attack +6. Claws of Attack +6, the stronger opening item, but Spirit of Circlet of Nobility does scale better later on. You can take a look, what, 36 up to 36 damage up to compared to 33, I believe. A Tome of Intelligence, also a little bit of difference right there. Spirit Wolves trying to go after these peons. Peons are just trying to dive away right now, but this is taking a little bit of micro coming in from both sides, as a grunt now trying to retreat back. All right, resummoning of those Spirit Wolves. It looks as though Fly going to be running out of mana pretty quickly, as the units do, well, try to retreat back again. Red versus blue, constant damage coming back and forth. Farseer, as this is just a mirror match in every sense of the word. Farseer gets in a denial right there, as this Spirit Wolf tries to double back to the other side. All right, Grunt's going to go ahead and heal, perhaps put some pressure inside the main base. Meanwhile, it looks like Fly using this opportunity to clear out the this creep camp here, perhaps get to try to get to closer to level 3. Meanwhile, the Kobold Taskmaster here are going to get taken out, picking up a Tome of Intelligence, grabbing a Ring of Protection +3, as the units are now retreating back. All right, Grunt, oh, almost gets body blocked right there. That forest, that little tree right there could have perhaps taken him out, as the Grunt now looking to back back away again. Grunt now perhaps trying to return the favor, getting in a little bit of harassment. Farseer sitting at level 2 will try to get to level 3, but Fly has some other plans in store as well, as the Cobalt Tunneler now taken out. Grunt taking a lot of damage. That Grunt now down to 171. Scroll of Speed now being used as the Spirit Wolves being left behind to get some damage back onto those units there. 23 experience once more as the Farseer now looking to back up. 23 experience, a little bit of bonus experience since he was at tier 2, as the Spirit Wolves are still continuing the fight again. Alright, Grunt gonna back up here in just a moment. Firelord! Alright, Firelord as the second hero coming in from Infi, and Lava Spawn is already out. Alright, so Firelord, normally not a very heavily used unit, and this blue Firelord coming out of nowhere, pretty much shocking his opponent here. And let's see what Infi does with a Firelord second. Firelord does want to cause a little bit of a split here in just a moment. A little bit of damage. And, red and blue versus in a Firelord matchup. Farseer now sitting at level 3. Firelord is going to be able to get enough damage. And how do you really use Firelord as an Orc player when you don't really have that many options to regenerate your mana? That is the question I have there. There goes a Grunt. Lava Spawns are now making their way back out as they're going to perhaps continue to attack. If we get Endurance Aura as the third hero for faster attack speed, those Lava Spawns can split, and then if you, add Bloodlust onto them, you can get even more splits as well. Normally, a Lava Spawn can only split twice based on their attack speed. However, if you somehow increase their attack speed with the help of Endurance Aura and Bloodlust, things of that nature, you can get them to attack even more often. Bloodlusted Lava Spawns, I wouldn't put it past Infi to try to do and test something that crazy. As we're looking at the Farseer make its way out, we're going into Tauren Totems, not a Spirit Lodge, not going to be Bloodlusted Lava Spawns. Alright, Lava Spawn being left back here, not quite sure why, as we are looking at the Shadow Hunter trying to retreat back again. Are we going to see the Shadow Hunter get taken down? A Healing Wave does save it right there. Chain Lightning was not going to be enough, as the Lava Spawns are chasing after all of these targets here, getting in a little bit of damage. Spirit Wolf, running in front of that Grunt. Grunt now dangerously low on hit points, down to 157. Healing Wave bouncing to temporarily save it, as the Shamans should be trying to purge down some of these units as well. It looks as though Fly has the perfect counter to those Lava Spawns, and it is going to be Shaman here in just a moment, as we're looking at damage still adding back up. Alright, getting in some more damage. Are we going to see a split onto this unit here? Lava Spawn trying to get in a lot of damage once more. Infi trying to retreat back with this Farseer. Damage just adding back on through, as we're seeing both sides fight. Firelord does have the Claws of Attack +6 with that range attack, continuing to fight through once more. I wish every Orc mirror looked like this. Yeah, this Orc mirror looking a little bit strange here. What is the third hero? Are we perhaps going to even see a third hero come in from Infi? He is already at tier 3. We are going into Adept training. Perhaps we're going to go into Tauren. That would be something interesting to consider, as the Spirit Walkers, Grunts are now back out onto the field. Firelord does not have enough mana to cast another Lava Spawn. We are sitting at level 2 on the Shadow Hunter. Level 2 now for that Firelord. A little bit later in that overall experience race, as we are looking at Fly now clearing out this bottom right-hand creep camp. A difficult creep, or a powerful high-level creep camp, giving some useful items indeed. Only behind the Granite Golems, in terms of creep difficulty on this map. Tauren Totem about to end up training up all of that, the Spirit Walker Adept training for perhaps Disenchant. Disenchant going to be incredibly important as well to try and deal with those Spirit Wolves. We're looking at 40 supply over 40. Fly sitting at 40 over 40. Meanwhile, Infi sitting at 42 over 50. He should be able to build up a large enough army, as we're looking at, to make sure he doesn't end up falling behind. It is a Tauren Chieftain as the third hero coming across from Infi. We'll see if the Lava Spawns, what is this? Firelord, actually with Orb of Lightning to help deal with those Spirit Wolves coming in from Fly. However, Fly ready to push on in with the Farseer, and how is this all going to break down? Alright, Lava Spawn already getting ensnared here. Tauren Chieftain could be in a little bit of trouble, little bit of extra damage. Firelord trying to get in some purge damage. There it goes, finishes it off. finishing off more units as well as the grunts are still trying to engage. All right, this lava spawn, it could end up getting taken down, could try and do a little bit of a split as well as the lava spawn trying to shake away once again. 47 supply compared to 42. There goes that lava spawn there. Farseer getting a little bit more experience as well. The rock golem joining in on the fight, causing a little bit of problems. All right, is Infi going to be able to turn things back around? Are we going to perhaps see a stomp? There we are. There's a stomp across multiple units. Shadow Hunter going to go pick up all of the items and retreat back out. Beautifully done, picking up, I believe, a scroll of the beast right there and getting that tome. Firelord sitting at level 2, Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 1 as Taurens are now here onto the battlefield. What a strange group of units. Farseer, Firelord, Tauren Chieftain with Spirit Walkers and Taurens. This is a rather strange group of Tauren Resurrection Mastery Training could be getting researched. No, it's Pulverized first, and then the Mastery Training for that Resurrection. 49 supply compared to 47. Both sides are going to be ready to engage. Farseer now trying to retreat back. Grunts looking to engage here. Farseer going to be able to pick up Tome of Intelligence +2. Thank you for the follow. As we're looking at the Farseer, getting ready here in just a moment. Farseer now heading back off to the north. We're looking at the Shadow Hunter. Well, where is it going to try and go next? That is the question. Firelord sitting at level 2. Farseer sitting at level 3. Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 1. How the game's going? Well, games are going pretty well. Very entertaining, to say the least. Tauren Chieftain, Farseer, Shadow Hunter, mosey on out, and they're going to find each other in the corner of the map here. Firelord going to get healed back up, and this could be a little bit of bad news as the Spirit Wolves are already right there. Going to go ahead and try and engage. There is a Purge pretty much almost taking down one of those units already as the Lava Spawns are now joining in on the fight. All right, there it comes in a giant stomp followed by another stomp as well. Who's going to be able to get in more damage? That is the question. Potion of Invulnerability now used by that Tauren Chieftain as both sides are just going to be trying to stomp each other into submission. Farseer could be in trouble. Pulverized. There's another stomp right there. A scroll of healing being used as the Tauren Chieftain does also have a potion of invulnerability. He gets taken down. This Tauren Chieftain getting purged to try to get it slowed up as well. Serpent Ward, Shadow Wolves are just getting in some major critical strikes on the backside here. Tauren Chieftain does not have enough mana for another stomp yet gets up to level 2, but still not yet quite there as the units are just purging things down. Purging the Tauren Chieftain instead of purging the Lava Spawns, as the Lava Spawns are getting in some major damage indeed. Firelord also getting in some major damage as it is able to purge down that Farseer and prevent him from easily escaping. Grunts getting taken out as we see Resurrection coming in from Fly. Fly already resurrected one Tauren. That Tauren getting taken out here, perhaps going to try and clear up. Wow, Fly getting very greedy. Infi getting very greedy as Fly going to be able to come in with the Creep Jack right here. We're going to see a couple of purges. Firelord getting in damage back on the other side here. Farseer trying to trap Infi's army between himself and a bunch of creeps who are doing so much damage as the units are now making their way back. All right, Firelord still trying to hide in the back once again. We're seeing that Serpent Ward actually pull aggro away from the Firelord. That was interesting, and that was interesting to see. The Serpent Ward actually saved Fly's unit right there. The Firelord was hiding in the back. It was taking damage from the brigands, from those spears, and then the Serpent Wards had nothing to attack, so started attacking the creep camp, thereby causing the Firelord to lose aggro. All right, Firelord is at level 3. Farseer is at level 3. Tauren Chieftain trying to get to level 3 may be able to do that exactly that here as the Tauren Chieftain gets to level 3 now. All right, brigands all taken out. We don't see any expansions coming across here as the Farseer is at level 4 and the Tauren Chieftain of Fly still sitting at level 1. Tauren Chieftain perhaps going to pick up a Scroll of Town Portal just in case things get a little bit too close. And in that next fight, Firelord does have 2 Taurens and 2 Spirit Walkers fighting alongside him. And is that going to be enough to try and push this pressure? This is a very interesting 49 supply army coming in from Infi. I don't know 3 Spirit Walkers, 2 Tauren Chieftain, or 2 Taurens, a Tauren Chieftain, a Firelord, Lava Spawns, and a Farseer. This is quite the strange group from the Orc army indeed. As we're looking at the Orc army coming in from the south side here, it is now Witch Doctors and Mass Berserkers trying to push back this attack the opposite way. All right, shamans, witch doctors, and spirit walkers coming in this orc mirror match. Farseer getting ready to engage. There's a purge onto that Tauren chieftain. That orb of lightning pretty much doing its thing. Tauren chieftain is it going to use a potion of invulnerability? Yes, it does. Tauren may have a little bit of problem. Is it going to potion of invulnerability in time? Yes, it does. As the Tauren chieftain's potion of invulnerability has come to an end, there is another giant stomp. Shadow Hunter used the scroll of healing, but still unable to stay alive right there, as we now see level 4 on the Farseer. This Tauren, it doesn't have enough mana, trying to get a little bit more mana. Tauren getting taken down, but quickly resurrected, getting back up again, ready to fight once again. As the Tauren, well, stasis traps and healing waves are being placed down. Stasis traps and healing wards being placed down. Is that stasis trap going to get taken out? Are we going to see a stun? There was the stun. I thought I saw the stasis trap actually pop for a second before the scroll of town portal took everyone away. All right, mastery witch doctors, almost mastery. Are we going to go into mastery shamans? No, we are not. No bloodlust at all. Healing wards going to be incredibly important, as the healing wards will allow this army to stay strong and healthy. Fly sitting at 42 supply compared to 46. Only biological units, as far as I know. Don't split off. No, yeah, only biological units. All right, there's that healing ward to try and heal back up again. We are looking at a, well, tiny great hall already established, and getting into that witch doctor, that peon not realizing, hey, you could have just returned that bag of gold right there. You were right there indeed, as the granite golem getting stuck between these two fights here. All right, who's going to be able to get the necessary damage up, finishing off that healing ward, as there go some purges, as a rabbit, well, doesn't get stomped on by that granite golem. All right. Who's going to be able to clear out this creep camp, pick up the powerful item? Farseer, well, Firelord almost at level 4. Farseer already at level 4. There goes a boulder toss once again. And it looks as though, yes, Fly's going to be trying to come in and perhaps do a little bit of a creepjack in this position. Farseer coming in for that engagement. The Taurens, as you know, have been resurrected pretty consistently, as the Spirit Walkers could end up getting taken down. All right, Spirit Walkers now in the ethereal form. Not going to work out well, though, when your opponent has a lot of Shaman and Witch Doctors. Units still trying to engage back again, getting a little bit of experience, not quite sure from where. There is a Sentry Ward also being placed down, as well as, well, the Farseer is going to try and clear out that creep camp. That expansion is already up and operational. That, however, is going to be bad news, as Fly does not have his second base up and running yet. Spirit Wolf trying to do a little bit of scouting to see what is going down, as we're looking at the Farseer now make its moves over as well. Firelord just staying a little bit, keeping its distance a little bit, as the Berserker perhaps going to be able to engage and go after these rock golems here. All right, units trying to back up against Spirit Wolves. Well, diving on, doing a little bit of harassment again. It looks as though the Granite Golem, there is a Stasis Trap. Serpent Wards, the Stasis Trap is going to come online. Yes, it does. And there is the stun, the massive stun right there. Tauren Chieftain unable to place down the stomp that it was needed. And you can see all of those units were stunned for so long. A follow-up stunning game, as we're looking at the Chain Lightning bouncing around. Potion of Invulnerability used by the Tauren Chieftain again to stick around in this fight. He's invested very far. Healing Ward in the back, still healing up all of those units as the Farseer tries to escape. There goes a stomp, and a Farseer able to escape at, well, 3 hit points. Is it going to be able to run? No, it is not. Finally taken down. Healing Wave bouncing back again. The level 4 Farseer was taken out. All right, continuing the fight up again. We're looking at both sides still fighting away here. Fly has a little bit of an advantage. Witch Doctors are getting taken out. Healing Ward is placed down once more. And that Tauren Chieftain going to hold the door, as the Tauren Chieftain, well, stopping all of the remaining Tauren. There is 4 Taurens in this group. 63 supply compared to 48. And the smaller army is actually in retreat. All right, more engagements coming across there. There is another stomp, stunning many of the, well, units of Fly, as the Taurens are, well, just holding the door here and keeping this expansion alive and well. Tauren with that AoE pulverize, forcing Fly to retreat, and also the fact that Fly has a larger army does not hurt at all. All right. Farseer getting resurrected. Firelord sitting at 4, Tauren Chieftain sitting at level 3, and it's really been the game of, well, the Tauren Chieftain of Fly stuck at 2, while Infi's is at 3. That larger AoE stun, the longer stun, making a dramatic difference. Even though there was a stasis trap coming in from Fly, it was just not enough, as this tiny Great Hall now being established here. Shadowhunter was able to stay alive once more. Peons are all trying to get a little bit of lumber back. They should be sticking close by here, as the Spirit Wolves gonna dive on in, perhaps get some damage on to these peons down to the south once more. All right, we are getting into Witch Doctors as well for Infi. So Infi gonna get mastery training on Witch Doctors for stun too. All right, this is going to be interesting to see. We see one Witch Doctor, and that is it. One Witch Doctor stasis traps. Well, perhaps Infi saying, you know what, you stunned my army longer than I did. I need to return the favor, as we now see level 4 on Infi's Tauren Chieftain. All right, level 2 right there. Mastery. Whose stasis trap is that? There's a stasis trap going across all of Infi's units once again. Tauren Chieftain in a little bit of trouble. Down to 220 some odd hit points. He is trying to escape. There is some healing, and the Tauren Chieftain of Fly does end up falling. All right, Tauren back across on the other side here. If it gets focused down, will it get taken out? And well, that's bad news. Once again, Healing Wave going to end up surviving. There's another stasis trap thrown down as the Tauren Chieftain throws down a stomp for good measure. Healing Wave bouncing around. Tauren Chieftain rejoining in back on the fight for Endurance Aura. There's a Healing Wave bouncing again as another stasis trap stuns across most of the army again. More stasis traps coming in. Tauren Chieftain gets taken out. Healing Ward lost. Stasis trap is whose stasis trap is that? Can't really quite tell, as the Tauren Chieftain could get taken out. Another Tauren Chieftain is lost, as we see another stun come onto Infi's army. Infi's army has been constantly stunned throughout this match, as the Witch Doctors are trying to set a little bit of pacing here. Level 5, level 4, as well, Tauren after Tauren is still chasing their way over. The Witch Doctors do deal magic damage. They do not attack that fast, as the Taurens are now being forced to retreat back again. All right, this game is absolutely stunning between the Tauren Chieftain stomps and the stasis traps, as we're looking at a Chain Lightning bouncing around once again. All right, another stasis trap being placed down for, as the units are all going to be retreating back here. Where is no mining happening at the expansion. It looks as though some wolves were sent over to the expansion, and they were just able to eat up all of those peons. All right, wolves now perhaps making their way back. Tauren Chieftain. Tauren Chieftain trying to figure out where what he's going to be doing. Picks up a scroll of town portal. Is he going to get a purge here? That is another question there, as the Tauren Chieftain trying to retreat back. More resurrection is coming in order, as the Spirit Wolves show up only to pretty much try and retreat back again. All right, Taurens are still getting resurrected, and that's the thing. If your mana is turning directly into level 5 very powerful units, that is extremely good news for you. Sentry wards all in position right here. Why? I don't know. All right, as the Spirit Wolves here able to finish off another peon. Fly is losing in this war of attrition. Things are just going from bad to worse. We are looking at another dire wolf trying to escape back away. Stasis traps being placed down all over the map to try and figure out where your opponent is. 38 supply compared to 67, and Infi, starting to come out ahead perhaps in a little bit. All right. Wards gonna get destroyed here. Farseer now making its way back down. Farseer sitting at level 5. Tauren's gonna be joining in on the fight here. Witch Doctors, are we gonna perhaps be looking at a couple of healing wards? There goes some more wards, and this is a battle of the wards right here, as the Tauren gonna get purged here temporarily. Healing ward in the back. There's some pulverized. Tauren Chieftain perhaps gonna try to get down a stomp here. There is a stasis trap in position. Is it gonna stun anything? Tauren's getting resurrected. Stasis trap stunning across multiple units once more, as the Tauren now currently using a potion of lesser invulnerability to try and escape back out. Another stasis trap is down. Tauren Chieftain could perhaps throw down another stomp here. There is a follow-up stomp trying to keep all of these units alive, and there is a stun across a lot of the units here. As you can see, 4 Taurens just currently out of the battle. Infi perhaps trying to retreat back here. Firelord gets up to level 5, as we're looking at all of those units teleport away. Healing back once again, 36 supply compared to 64. How is Fly being able to push his opponent back even though he is behind by so much? Firelord sitting at level 5. picking up a potion of lesser invulnerability. Meanwhile, the main gold mines have already been mined out. It is only the expansion gold mines right now. Expansion gold mines have plenty of gold. Tauren Chieftain, Farseer, 5-5-5-3 going up against 5-5, almost a 5-5-4. Getting that Tauren Chieftain to 5 would be absolutely huge. Infi would be able to just pretty much stun the game for days, as the Tauren Chieftain now trying to lead the charge here and perhaps get in a stomp. A little bit of damage, no scroll of speed. Units are now, well, too much ground given up by Fly. Fly needs to stick around close enough to try and defend his expansion here, as we do see the stasis or this stasis trap in position. All right, Tauren Chieftain about to throw down a stomp in the very far back lines, could end up getting stunned himself as he finally throws down a stomp, getting 3 units. Healing wave, saving up that Farseer. Farseer trying to retreat back, able to do exactly that. Are we going to see a stomp here? Plenty of healing waves or healing wards being placed down. There is a follow-up stomp, but there was a potion of invulnerability on that Tauren Chieftain. All right, this Shadow Hunter down to 400 hit points. It's going to try to back away, getting under the healing effect of that healing ward, but the healing ward was destroyed. However, now level 4 Tauren Chieftain ends up falling. Level 6 now on the Farseer, as the Farseer now continuing to fight back as well. All right, so it is now 6-5-3 compared to 5-5 to level 4. Well, getting taken out. Firelord trying to push back once again, as this 65 supply compared to 35. Monster number of stomps coming across here, but even with all of those stomps, it doesn't look like these units are going to get taken out all that easily. Lightning Shield coming back across. He gets purged, however, as this Tauren could get taken down as well. There goes another stomp again, and this game is just going on and on. Tauren Chieftain going to be dangerously low on hit points. Chain Lightning finally finds its target and bounces onto the Tauren Chieftain for the death right there. Level 5 Tauren Chieftain falls as another stasis trap goes down, stunning down many of those units. Chain Lightning eating through so many units, and while level 3 Chain Lightning on one side continuing to bounce, and Infi comes with the victory. Only the chicken, the earthquake, the expansion, not being able to get that expansion, and that it really came down to a game of the resources at the very end. Infi able to protect his expansion while Fly constantly losing everything there. Economics really had the big advantage, even though it was only about a 2,000 gold mine difference. It was the gold lost to upkeep and the fact that Infi had the larger army for the final 8 minutes, having that 18 supply lead going into those battles, and then always losing less than his opponent. Thanks for. Can you check Red's expansion? No. I not now. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.